Welcome to the week of November 29th. This is Citrine, and this is going to be the Zodiac messages and astrology report for the week of November 29th. But before we get into that, let's just do a recap of what's going on next month in December. So we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. The new moon is going to be in Sagittarius next month in December. We have Chiron going direct. Chiron is the wounded healer of the Zodiac, and Chiron will be direct on next month on the 15th. We have Venus moving into Sagittarius. And remember, Venus is in Scorpio right now. So when Venus is in Scorpio, it can be a deeply emotional time in relationships, or it can be a time where you feel a deep connection to your partner or to whoever you're in a relationship with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. Now, two other major happenings next month. We have Saturn and Jupiter moving into Aquarius. Remember, Jupiter moves through the signs. It takes Jupiter 1 year to move through the signs. So Jupiter is going to be in Aquarius for 1 year, about 1 year. And it takes Jupiter 1 year to move through a sign. Now, also next month, we have Mercury moving into Capricorn. So Mercury is going to spend some time in Sagittarius and some time in Capricorn in December. And once the sun moves into Capricorn on the 21st, it's going to be Capricorn season. So we can tell all of the Capricorns happy birthday. And it is also the winter solstice on the 21st as well. Okay, and then we finished the month off, the month of December. We finished the month off with a full moon in Cancer on the 29th. So that's just a recap of what's going on next month in December for as far as astrology is concerned. So let's get into our zodiac messages. And we're going to start off with Aries. Let's see. Aries. All right. What is the message for Aries for the week of November 29th? And remember, these are general messages. So if it resonates with you, that's great. If it does not resonate with you, don't think about it too much. Okay. Aries. Whoa, half the deck fell out for Aries. Aries. Let's see what's going on. Aries, what do you have? Ooh, I just love this deck. This week I'm using the Tarot of Dreams deck. Okay, let's see what Aries has. Aries, you have the Queen of Wands. And the wands represent the fire signs in tarot. Okay, so Aries, you have the Queen of Wands this week. So Aries, a lot of Aries this week, you're going to feel dynamic. You're going to feel strong. And it's going to be a great week for a lot of Aries with the Queen of Wands. Okay. So a lot of Aries, you are going to feel in your element. Okay. This card, the Queen of Wands, it states that you are in your element. Okay. The wands represent the fire signs, and you are a fire sign, Aries. So this is going to be a great week for you to strut your stuff. Okay. Now let's move on to Taurus. All right. Let's see what's in store for Taurus for the week of November 29th. Ooh, those want to fall out for Taurus. Like 4 cards want to fall out. So let's just let them fall out. And let's see what you have. You have the Hierophant. You have the Prince of Cups. You have the Nine of Swords. And you have the Prince of Coins. Okay. Now, you do have 2 of them reversed. I don't know why it's showing up like that, because these are some beautiful cards. I must have my chroma key on or something. But anyway, So Aries, not Aries. This is for Taurus. Taurus, you might find yourself thinking about furthering your education, or you might come up against something that requires you to have a lot of faith this week, Aries. Now, you also have the Prince of Cups, and it is reversed. So you could very well be hiding your emotions this week, Taurus, okay? Spirit is asking you, don't hide your emotions, okay? Now, you also have the Nine of Swords reversed. Can you see that? So, this can point to a feeling of shame about something this week, Aries. And then you also have of the Prince of Pentacles, and it is not reversed. Okay? So, this represents that you are going to be feeling very realistic. Like you are going to feel very grounded this week, Taurus. Very grounded and very aware of your thoughts this week. Let's see if I point it like this, is it less? So yes, this week you're going to feel very grounded, and you are going to, if you have questions about anything, you are definitely going to be seeking out the education you need, or you're going to seek out someone who has the answers to the questions that are on your mind this week. That was for Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini. Whoa. All right. All right. This is the message for Gemini for the week of November 29th. All right. Oh, that one wants to fall out for Gemini. Gemini, you have something. A lot of you Geminis are going to have some things that you need to take care of this week, but you're not going to feel like it. Okay? You have two wand cards that fell out. You have the Five of Wands reversed, and you have the Princess of Wands reversed. Okay? And you know wands represent action. So this is telling me that you have some things that need to be done, but you might be very indecisive. You might be very indecisive about what to tackle first. With the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is also known as the Princess of Wands. So you might be very undecided about what to tackle first. Okay? And this can lead to a little bit of inner conflict, inner rage. So just keep an eye on that, Gemini. If you know you have some things to do, just go on ahead and decide, what are you going to tackle first? Okay? Because what you don't want this week is a situation where you have something to do and you can't decide how to go about doing it, so you don't do it. And that will lead you to feeling like this Five of Wands reversed. Okay, which that is not what you want. So if you have something to do, the best thing to do this week is just to go on ahead and tackle it, get it out of the way, do it. Next is Cancer. Cancer, what is the message for Cancer for the week of November 29th? Shuffle on camera. Cancer, what do you have? You have the Queen of Cups reversed, Cancer. So Cancer, this week, you could very well be accused of alienating yourself. Okay? You can be accused of alienating yourself, or you might feel alienated from others this week, Cancer. Okay? So if you feel those feelings creeping up, the best thing to do is involve yourself in what's going on with others. Okay, invite somebody over, invite somebody to dinner, even if you have to social distance. Don't What you don't want is a feeling of alienating yourself this week. That was for Cancer. Now let's move on to Leo. Excuse me. Leo, what is the message for Leo for the week of November 29th? Leo. Leo, you have the Judgment card. I'm trying to show it to you up close because I just love the images on this deck. This is the Judgment card. A lot of Leos are going to find themselves taking a new direction this week. Look at the images in this picture. Their bodies are, the head is pointing one way, then the hips are pointing another way, and the legs are pointing a totally different way. So a lot of Leos might find yourself taking a new direction, doing something that you hadn't imagined that you would be doing this week. Okay? You have the Judgment card, and the Judgment card can deal with a sense of renewal. A lot of Leos might feel a sense of renewal this week, which is really great to end the year with the Judgment card. Leos are ending the year with the Judgment card, so that's great. Next is Virgo. Let's get a message for Virgo. Virgo. What is the message for Virgo? Wow, Virgo, you have the same card Leo just had. So Virgo, Leos and Virgos, you are going to find yourself taking a new direction. You are going to find yourself ending the year with a sense of renewal, taking a new direction, renewing some things, and possibly making a major decision, Virgo. Okay, so that's awesome. All right, let's look at Libra. This is the message for Libra. December, for the week of November 29th, which is basically December, okay? November 29th, November 30th. There's 2 more days left in November as of the recording of this video. All right, Libra, what's in store for you? How are you ending off the year? You have the 9 of Cups. You have the 9 of Cups. It is reversed. Guess what, Libra? You are going to be releasing superficial things. Look at that. The 9 of Cups reverse is not a bad card at all. This is not a bad way to end the year, Libra. You are ending the year on a high note. You are releasing things that are not serving you. Awesome, Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio. And let's get a message for Scorpio. How is Scorpio ending the year? At least for this week, because we still have a few more weeks left to this year. Scorpio. Scorpio, what do you have? Justice. Ooh, yes. Look at that card. I love this deck. I just love the images and the colors. Look at this. It's like a purple sky, and the clouds is purple and black, and I just love it. Who is this for? Scorpio. So Scorpio, you are this week, the week of November 29th, you have the Justice card. So you are feeling balanced. You're feeling like things are happening in a very balanced and fair way. This is great for Scorpio. You have the Justice card this week. Okay, so it looks like things will work out in your favor. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Let's see what's in store for Sagittarius for the week of November 29th. What do you have, Sagittarius? You have the Princess of Coins, Princess of Pentacles reversed. Remember, Page and Pentacle, same thing. Can you see it? You have the Princess of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Sagittarius, it is time for you to balance work with play. Okay, this week, Spirit is asking you to balance work with play. Try to have a balance. Don't work too much. Don't play too much. Try to have a balance this week. Okay, this is saying that you might find yourself at a point of exhaustion or at a point where you feel like you're not accomplishing anything because maybe you're goofing off too much, or you might find yourself exhausted because maybe you're working too much. So you are being asked to have a balance this week, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. Get a message for Capricorn. Capricorn. What is the message for Capricorn for the week of November 29th? Capricorn. Let's see, what do you have? You have the Five of Swords, and it is reversed, Capricorn. So Capricorn, this week, you might be called to help someone get over something, or it could very well be you. Spirit could be asking you to get over something. And if this is not pointing to you, this is pointing to the fact that you very well could be called to help someone get over some type of remorse that they're feeling. Okay, this is for Capricorn. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Both be in a state of mind. Let's get a message for Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius for the week of November 29th? Aquarius, you have the Tree of Life card. Aquarius, a lot of you Aquarius people are going to come up with a fabulous idea this month or this week. Okay, you have the Tree of Life card. It's like you have so many ideas roaming around in your head this week, Aquarius. Okay, so plan some awesome things for 2021. Okay, it's going to be a good week for Aquarius people. Now let's do the message for Pisces. Pisces, what is the message for Pisces? Love you all over. Pisces. What do you have, Pisces? Pisces, you have the Two of Cups, and it is reversed. Look at how beautiful that card is. Let me show it to you up close. I never know where to put it where you can see everything. So for a lot of Pisces people, you might have to try a little bit harder in the love department this week. Okay, you have the Two of Cups reversed. So this can point to the fact that you might get into a little bit of a verbal altercation with someone. You might feel like your love relationships or your love life is not where you want it to be. And remember, sometimes you can imagine things worse than they are. Okay, so don't think about the worst case scenario this week. Just be prepared to deal with any type of disruption in your relationships that might come up this week. Okay, that was for Pisces. Okay, so those have been the zodiac messages. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology report for this week. And everybody have a great week. This is the Astro report for the week of November 29th. And this week we do have a full moon on November 30th, we have a lunar eclipse. It is a full moon in Gemini, and it is a lunar eclipse. So with eclipses, you can expect something to be eclipsed out of your life. Whether you initiate it or whether the universe initiates it, lunar eclipses usually speak to something being eclipsed out of your life. Now, on December 5th, we have a nice trine. We have Venus in a trine to Neptune. So let's talk about this aspect for a minute. So this can be a very pleasant transit. You are more likely to spend time in fantasy mode under this aspect. Okay. This is a great aspect to be involved in any type of creative activity. Okay. So if you are having any type of creative block, this is an extremely useful transit. Okay. Now, with this transit also, you might find yourself feeling very generous, because under this transit, you might have the tendency to feel in unselfish and spiritual love towards others. Okay. Now, as far as relationships, a relationship that begins under this Venus-Neptune trine, the relationship will have double potential of being a very spiritual relationship. Okay. So relationships that start under this Venus-Neptune trine can do quite well. Okay. So those are the major things happening this week, the week of November 29th through December 5th. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you back next week.